Really. Hello, everybody. Welcome into Thursday, October 17th. Man, it's the 17th day of October already. Ken Style Live with the Zoom Homies. The Zoom Homies with Ken Style Live. Oh, I like Greg's background. I'll have to get a copy of that. Hello, John. One of these days, someone's going to beat John to the speaker bot, and I'm going to say, hello, John. It's not going to be John. We got Greg, Sam, Bill, and welcome back, newcomer Rich. Please introduce yourself, say a little bit about you, explain who you are. Yeah. I see you didn't lose your sense of humor, so that's good. That is good. And Jeff Ryman. I haven't heard anything from the other Jeff, so I don't know. I know he was not feeling good the other night. That was the last I've had anything to do with him. Looking at chat, it looks like had a pretty good chat going on. Tony was first, Ghetto was second, Sam was third. Greg was regulated to fourth because he was making dinner. What was that? What is that? Decided to bring the cousins in. Yeah, I've been messing around a couple different things. There's going to be maybe a premiere come out tomorrow. I pulled a me, okay? I'm recording using OBS and the capture card to use the DaVinci machine, and I wanted to watch this television show that came on at 9 o'clock. So at 9 o'clock, I rushed right in there to watch the show, and I didn't realize I didn't stop recording on OBS. So I've got to go do some major editing on that, or I'll just redo it. Stealth Mode is in chat. Oh, Stealth. Rick Lakes is in chat. Oh, Rick. And I believe that catches Jeff Ryman says hello. I think that catches me up. So Ski Man says, welcome back to Rich. Yes, it's good to see you, and I'm really pleased to hear that you didn't have to walk back into a mess. That could have been not good. So, in a nutshell, how was vacation?
Good.
Good? Good. Did you get a lot of rest?
Well, didn't do it much, but around town, but that's it.
Sure. Chris Garrett joins us in the Zoom. Hello, Chris.
Please.
Are you still hot spotting it, or have you gotten your fiber back yet? I'm guessing he's still on the hot spot.
His doctor said he needs lots more fiber.
Yeah. I'm not going to touch that one. Been a slow day today. I actually did something earlier, and then about
John Williams said Mrs. K.
Out. Mrs. K's at work. We've been having major tech conversations. Apparently now we are going to do something this weekend, but I'm not privileged just to know what it is. So I know we're playing golf tomorrow, and I've actually been invited to play golf early Saturday morning up north, and I'm debating on that or not. It's on a super nice, super huge course, so we'll see.
토니 왈로 세드 노마노.
Thank you, Tony. I was going to ask how the audio, according to the mixer, I look to be okay, and I haven't been paying attention to, there we go. Now, wait a minute, that was not.
John Williams said subscribe.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, Chris, we can hear you. Are you still on your hotspot, or are you on, or you're back?
Still on a hot spot.
Still on hotspot? All right. Well, hopefully in the next couple days
Yeah.
maybe you'll get it. I really don't have a lot for tonight. I mean, I wanted to go the entire half hour if we can, bring up some conversation. I did watch Rick's videos earlier today. It's good to see that he got his cabling issues worked out. Almost inspired me to do something, but motherboard's still sitting on a kitchen table. Hello, Mike. Mike Wojcik joins us over in the chat. Mike joined us last night on the Zoom. That was good. Good to see Mike, as always. It's always good to see everybody. Weather report coming out of somewhere, if it works. Wait a minute.
Skiman 21632. It is currently 50.5 degrees Fahrenheit, 10.3 degrees Celsius, and clear in Denton, Maryland.
Hard drive all copied up to replace the one that crapped out. Took me almost a day to copy everything over from
Wow.
The backup of the backup, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. Oh, I do.
I have multiple copies of this backup drive. I won't tell you how many. It'll make me look OCD.
Well, I can relate to that. I've got things backed up, and then I've got that backed up, and then I've got a backup of that backup. Um,
But
So
I
let's
can relate.
go.
done, and the
I'm
one
not,
that crapped out,
Ran
I
Israel
have
said, just cough. You're in friendly territory.
deleted the old volume.
Yeah,
put on
I
new
know,
volume,
but not with new
formatted
people.
it.
New
It
people
was a
come and watch the
long
shows.
format. I mean, the
people
one
get
that took 6
irritated with
hours
that.
to
I get
format.
irritated.
Oh,
And
Hearing somebody
now the
hear that
smart
throat
data
over
is
and
not
over and
showing
over.
a problem with it.
And it's just
But
not
I'm
good
not sure I
for
trust
'em.
it.
right, right. Yeah, I think on our next rainy day, which is about 8 days away, I'm actually going to do some computer work. I'm going to add the operating system back to the thing Carrie sent me, and I'll find a use for that somehow, somewhere, some shape, some form, and then
How
just
does it operate? How does it operate? You
I plugged it in to use it the other day, Chris, and it would not boot, and we've determined there's no operating system on it, so I'm going to have to put Windows 10 back on it. And it just sat on my desk, on a shelf on my desk. I used it a year ago or so, worked just fine. I was doing the updates on it for a while, and I kind of thought, well, that's kind of silly to do because I don't really use it. I tested it the other night, no operating system. We thought maybe the BIOS battery would fix it. It didn't. Go ahead, Jeff.
All the bits migrated away by osmosis into one of your other machines.
I guess.
Who knows? That
And
is
then-
weird, though.
Yeah,
Well-
it's strangely weird.
Maybe something about the boot sector got screwed up. Who knows?
Just sitting on the shelf with no power, nothing going on.
I don't know. Maybe we just had a bad spot on there. Is it solid state drive?
It is. It's Chinese. Ski Man says, don't want to jinx myself, but 3 days PC running full time, no problems. Go figure. Waiting for his brother to get him a power supply. Well, if your luck's anything like mine, about the time you say, "Oh, I've made it," that's when things start to go bad. Oh my goodness, he's 7 minutes late tonight. What? What? Did they change the clocks in Arkansas already? Is that what brought you here early?
Yeah. Really, the clocks don't change till the first weekend in November. But
Is it the third weekend, or I thought it was like the 7th or something like that?
no, it'll be the same weekend that I plan on going to camp, which is it'll be the second. Second is when we change our clocks.
I'll know
토니
about when
왈로세드
Mrs.
원투
K tells
앙크링크.
me it's changing.
it will
Daylight
be
savings time ends at 2 a.m. on Sunday, November the 3rd.
I thought it was earlier in the month. So what are we about? Well, this week's practically over. We got Friday and Saturday to
Now,
go.
if you go to sleep before 2 a.m. on the 3rd, then you can go ahead and reset it before you go to sleep, of course.
Well, yeah, or do like we do. We still have a clock that we haven't changed from when we sprung forward. So it'll be correct here in about 2.5 weeks.
Well,
And-
but
Go ahead.
nowadays, a lot of people nowadays, like my mom and my dad, a lot of people set their alarms on their Alexa devices or their cell phones, so they don't have to worry about changing their clocks. If they forget, it's no big deal because the phone or the Alexa will automatically change.
Right. Yeah, that's our primary use for Alexa is as an alarm clock, and it works really well.
Yeah, I like it for alarm clock because I could say wake me up at whatever time.
Yeah.
Every Sunday or Monday, I don't have to reset it like.
Yeah, we don't try to set it for long term. It's when I go to bed, I say, Alexa, set an alarm for, state the time, and it sets it. And we're good.
I know every Sunday I'm going to get up at like 7:30, so it's.
Oh, the horror! 7:30. Oh my goodness.
I just say set an alarm every Sunday for 7:30, and it goes off every Sunday. But
You're
not
lucky.
not any other day.
So I also started to say a while ago.
You at 7 o'clock every day.
But today I got up. Today I got up. I don't even know what time it was when I got up. But it was probably like 6:30 or 7 because by the time by the time we got in the car, it just had hit 8 o'clock by the time we got in the car. So
Yeah, speaking of clocks, we do have one clock. Now, I don't know who said that because I shut down the monitor for a second, but we have one clock that is in military time. Because I haven't taken the time to adjust it back to non-military time. And it's exactly 1 hour off, by the way. So here in a couple days, it'll be another one that will be the right time. So...
yeah, the funny thing is, my mom and dad have complained about.
Shout out to Skiman21632.
They come in here sometimes and they complain about there not being a clock in here. She comes in here and complains about there not being a clock in here. But funny thing is, there's more clocks in my room than there is probably in any other room in the house. Because I got a clock on my computer. I got a clock on my VCR. I got a clock on my wheelchair. I got a clock on my TV. I got a clock on my VR headset. I got a clock on every device in here.
She referred to a clock on the wall.
Evening.
I mean,
I just don't have a clock on the wall, but I do have a physical alarm clock still that I don't ever set because it's annoying.
You have 10 clocks, Alex, and you're always late to Ken's show.
I know, huh?
Just kidding.
I could offset it, but I guess if I wanted him to be here on the top of the hour, I can start
Now,
15 minutes early.
when I had to get up
He'll be late.
when I had to get up at 4 a.m. for my surgery, I had all my alarm. I had like 3 or 4 alarms set. But the funny thing is, because I had the alarm set on my phone, the alarm set on my Alexa thing, the alarm set on my actual alarm clock. But the funny thing is I was so excited, couldn't go to sleep that night. And then when they put me to sleep for the actual surgery, I was able to stay. And when I woke back up, I was able to stay up all the rest of the day.
Ski Man said that your clocks are set on Tammy time. Probably very true. I set one alarm. I don't need multiple alarms. I get up on one alarm. Now, what I will do from time to time is I'll set 2 alarms on the Alexa and offset them a little bit. But for the most part,
I don't
one time.
normally. The only time I set multiple alarms is that one time, but because it's so early. But it was the one time that I didn't need any alarms because I couldn't go to sleep that night.
Yeah, you were just anticipating your surgery. That's all. It happens. Not a whole lot going on. I know Doug's got something planned for tomorrow. I already seen it scheduled. I haven't looked at it yet. I don't know what the topics are or anything. And then I realized tomorrow's Friday because I was going to do a premiere, but then I realized he's going to redirect to Carrie, so there's no sense doing that.
Doug is a topic.
Do what, Chris?
I said Doug is a topic.
Yeah, I think most of us could be at some point in time.
Okay.
I was kind of looking forward to... Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Well, I was just gonna say I still haven't heard back from the camp. When should I try to an email yet? When should I give them a call?
When's the camp?
It's November 1st.
How many days on this one?
It's just the weekend. Friday night, Saturday night, and Sunday.
I'd give them another week. But you've already reached out once, right? I mean, we know you've already emailed them already. Didn't you not do that like 2 days ago? On Tuesday?
It's 3 days ago, according to my according to my email. But yeah,
Was it on Tuesday? Or did you do it late Monday night because Monday was a holiday? Doesn't matter. You've already reached out to them, correct? As he's going through his email.
yeah.
I would say if you've reached out to them this week, give them at least maybe till Monday or Tuesday, and then reach out to them again by email. And then if you haven't heard from them by, I don't know, Wednesday, you might want to call them Thursday morning, because I know that you have the phone number. John's giving me an update on the game. 26 Denver, 3 for the Saints. Okay, that's kind of surprising. The game should be what? Still in the first half, maybe? I don't know. I forgot all about football being on tonight.
It'll suck if I don't get to go, because I was probably one of the first ones to register, because I've been registered for like 2 or 3 months. As soon as it came open, because I check it all the time.
Do you happen to know what the capacity of the camp is?
For this particular session, no, I do not.
Okay. Is it on a first come, first served basis?
Yes.
Is it on a first come, first served basis where you might have been one of the first to apply for it, but what if let's just throw a number out there. Let's just say it's 50 people, participants. And what if 50 people have already paid for the camp? Even though you were first, if they beat you to the punch paying, you might not get in. And I'm just throwing out a hypothetical here.
Well, nobody can pay for the camp until it shows you is registered on your account. And I'm not sure it's registered yet. When you first register, it puts you as waitlisted, and then somebody has to physically go in, click a button to register you, and you can pay for it. So I can't pay for it until it goes from waitlisted to registered and has a green check mark.
So do you have access to all the paperwork that shows the number of people that have applied and that are on the waiting list and have been approved and have paid? I believe that answer will be no.
No, I do not.
So, is it possible that, again, let's just say there's a maximum of 50 occupants, is it possible that it's already filled up, they've sent in their application, they've been approved, and they've sent in the money, and it's locked up? Is it possible?
Yes, it's possible, but I would expect them to possibly notify the rest of us.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Because I can't be the only one if that is the case.
I would agree with that. That's a good point. Here's another possibility as well. What if you're the only one that's applied for the camp and they just cannot financially do the camp for one person? And they're waiting to see if they get any more people. Is that a possibility?
It's a possibility, but it's a slim possibility. I can't see me being the only one that would apply for it. As far as I know, they've never had a situation where they've only had one person apply for.
I know. I'm just throwing out possibilities as to why you haven't heard anything back. I mean, I honestly hope you get to go to the camp. I really do. I know that's a big thing in your life.
I
hope it happens.
It's just taking a little longer than I thought it would. To hear back, but my thinking is, that no one is registered yet.
John Williams, it is currently 49.8 degrees Fahrenheit, 9.9 degrees Celsius, and clear in Madison, Wisconsin.
Everybody at once.
Possibly. I mean, it's hard to say. It really is hard to say. Stealth Mode wants to put a link of the Starship, and he looks like he did drop the link there. If you guys would like to go check it out, it's in the YouTube chat. Anyone has an interest on Zoom, I may go bring it up and put it in the Zoom chat. Been a pretty quiet day. I did watch Doug this morning. They caught the rocket. I didn't realize there was a rocket on the loose to be caught.
Hey, Alan.
Maybe I should keep up with times a little bit better than I do.
Hey, Chris, did you get your internet back yet?
No. Have you heard of Kennedy Broadband?
No, I have not.
That man said he was from Arkansas. He was working on the fiber. They contracted him. They contracted his company. So that they should have it next few days or whatever.
Hopefully you get your fiber back pretty quick there, Chris.
Well, they
All
got
right.
it running on my road, so they got to hook it up on the main road. So
Yeah. All right, I dropped the link for the Starship flight number 5 from 2 days ago. 4 days ago now, 10/13/24. Guess I need to learn to read a calendar, too. Oh, I picked the wrong day to stop smoking. Yes, I've been watching inserts of the movie Airplane. Don't really got anything. We got about 9 minutes to kill. Has anybody got anything? Maybe let's do this. Let's embarrass Rich. Let's spotlight Rich and ask Rich how vacation was.
Good. Good.
Man, a few words, Rich. Thank you very much. No, I knew Rich had a good time. We talked earlier before the stream started. Good to see you back. It really is good to see you back. Bill, I seen you were out gallivanting. By the way, Bill, remind me to ask you a question when the stream's over, okay? Just say, ask me a question when the stream's over, and I'll know exactly what I'm supposed to ask you. Y'all believe that, right? Notice the utility trucks from Wisconsin are on their way back from Florida.
You just have to have Mrs. K walk behind with a frying pan.
Yeah. Today was a interesting Mrs. K day. I'll just go with that.
Well, for them having their fish fry for my camp having their annual fish fry on a Sunday, they said they raised over $100,000.
Wow. Was it just a one-day event?
Yes, just a one-day event. It's always just a one-day event.
Wow. How pricey are the fish sandwiches?
They raised over $100,000, and it was $20 a ticket.
Now, is that admission to the fish fry, or is that for food?
That's for food. Plus they have fishing derby games.
John Williams
a
essaye
bunch
des
of, bunch
good
of other
bacon.
activities and things, not just food, but.
Okay. Fishing derbies? What they got? Little kiddie swimming pools that they have fish in, and you try to catch a fish?
No. They have an actual lake.
Oh. Does the $20 cover the cost of fishing?
Yes.
Do they guarantee you'll catch a fish?
No, but
it's a rigged deal then. I wouldn't do it.
They can't guarantee it, but
I don't know. I've fished in some pay lakes that they guarantee you're going to catch a fish because the pay lakes are so overstocked that if you don't catch a fish, something's really. I mean, you literally could probably take your hand, put it down in the water, grab a fish. What do they call that? Noodling with catfish.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you didn't catch a fish, something was wrong. Usually it was carp, but still.
We had a place like that back in Tennessee called the Cross-Eyed Cricket, and they had there was an old mill there and a restaurant and a place to fish, and we always liked to take the kids there. The ponds were overstocked, and you get a bamboo pole with a hook on the end of the line, and you put corn on it.
Yeah. Yep.
And if you didn't catch a fish, there was something wrong with it.
Yeah.
And
the old bamboo fishing poles, man, I remember those.
Sometimes dogs can catch fish.
Now that
But
would be
the other
interesting
thing,
to
if you
see.
caught a fish and you could hand it to them and they would clean it and send it inside the restaurant and try it and let you eat it.
So it was an edible fish then.
Right, it was bass and catfish in the ponds.
Can they do that nowadays? Can they cook it straight sometimes?
Yeah, I mean, these
Why
are
you couldn't?
farm-raised fish.
I thought the health department would.
I had a friend of mine that fishes all the time, and he cooks out over a campfire, and primarily catfish.
Can a restaurant do that nowadays?
When I was growing up, my dad went down to the creek, down to the river, either one, occasionally to the lake, and it was mostly bullheads and catfish. That's why I don't eat many fish nowadays. I ate so many fish growing up, I lost my appetite for them.
We try to eat fish on Fridays. There's been a couple Fridays we haven't made it, and we were told of a new fish restaurant to check out. Maybe that's what her plans are for this weekend. I have no idea.
You can usually find someplace serving tilapia.
I used to like tilapia until I found it was a garbage man-made junk fish, and I haven't had tilapia since.
I haven't had one in a long time, but it's not considered a quality fish, I guess.
If you want to see an interesting setup, go to your local seafood city there in Las Vegas. Not the little mini markets, but the major seafood cities. It's Asian, it's Filipino. And go back and look at the...
Okay.
Oh my gosh, I
don't think I've ever heard of that. That there's a market over on Decatur someplace.
There's a seafood city down on... I'll have to get my bearings. It's a major thoroughfare going east or going north and south. If you were to name
Seafood City Supermarket, there's one on South Maryland Parkway.
Maryland, that's it. Maryland, yes.
So
yeah, go check that out.
That's pretty close to me. There's another one on Decatur. That's probably the one I'm thinking of.
Yeah, halibut is good. That's one of the two fish that I like. Mahi's the other one, and cod. That's about my. And I like fish. I just don't like to fight the bones with fish. And we have had a couple of instances where we've had fish, and Mrs. K assures me there's no bones in it. First bite I get is a bone, and that just ruins it. It just ruins it. So one of the reasons we don't eat at a lot of fish restaurants.
Okay, Seafood City is just a little ways north of Flamingo off South Maryland Parkway, just north of the airport a little bit.
Yep, sounds about right. Constantly packed. I mean, it's interesting to go in there and
Ran Israel said,
see
just cough.
the
You're in friendly territory.
enormous amount of fish that's in there.
Yeah, I know.
The live
I know,
tilapia they have.
People
They'll
haven't watched the
prepare
show,
it for you.
People get irritated with that.
Or you can have them clean it. You can take it home and cook it yourself.
Throw it over and over and over.
It's
just
amazing.
not good form.
Learn something every day. I've lived here nearly 20 years, and I didn't know that was there.
Yeah, it's the Vietnamese wife. She told me all about it, and we used to go in there a lot. So, anyway, I'm going to wrap it up. Let me go bring up the newly acquired cheat sheet that I have. Short list, not the long list. Jeff Ryman, John Williams, Ken Stout, Mike Wojcik, Rick Lake, Ski Man, Stealth Mode, Sin Vicious. Hello, Sin. Didn't see you were in chat. Tony Wallow and Wintermute. Again, the short list populates once the stream starts. I know there were people that chatted prior to that, but it does not pick that up. Maybe Sam and I can figure out a way, and when I say Sam and I mean Sam, can figure out a way to get that to work, and then that will catch everyone, but I sort of kind of doubt it. Also want to thank the Zoom homies for being here. Greg, Sam, Bill, Rich, Jeff, Mr. 17 minutes late, Chris, good to see you guys. Zoom will continue. See you tomorrow on Doug's, maybe.
Yep.
Unless I'm driving down the road somewhere, and I honestly don't know what she's got planned for me tomorrow. Good night.